All right, I'm gonna call it, or wait, give me just a teeny tiny second. All right, I'll wait on those three and then we move. Okay. All right, all right. Perhaps. Okay, maybe while some of you are finishing that, let me take the attendance, okay? So we are making the most of the downtime we have. Gabriel Almeida,
Present.
Alison Barroso,
Present, teacher.
Ana Cristina Calderón,
Present.
Carlos Figueroa, Jocelyn Fajardo, Lisbeth Guamán,
Present, Mister. Present.
hey, Ariana,
Present, Mister.
Ariana, Katy,
Present, Mister.
hey, Katy, Daniela Sánchez,
Present, Mister.
hey, Daniela, Nayeli,
Present, Mister.
hey, Genesis,
Present, Mister.
hi, Jose Farfán,
Present.
all right, and Hernan Espinosa,
Present.
Alison Altamirano,
Present, Mister.
hey, Alison, Shirley Hilaire,
Present, Mister. Present.
hey, Luis Encalada,
I'm Mr. Present.
hey, Luis, Diego Burgos,
Here.
and Leonardo Bravo. Oh, there's Leonardo. Okay, that's the full band. Okay. Hi guys, push it forward a bit more. Did you do the Google Classroom activity that you were supposed to do for today? Did you? I don't like that silence. All right, let me check. If you remember, right? You had to do a comparative activity, analyzing different cities, right? That was to be ready for today. Okay, I'm checking. Not everybody has done it. Okay, if you haven't, get it done as quick as you can, right? So you don't miss out on points or anything. Okay, so I'm gonna take maybe one or two of the ones that are completed, all right? And we can analyze that. So this, okay. The quiz is closed. Okay, this one was done by our dear Christina. Now, Chris, can you help us reading your answer? You have to compare two cities. Yes?
Okay. So I haven't traveled to another country,
but I have visited two of the most famous cities in Ecuador, Quito and Loja. Both are amazing and similar, but have a lot of difference between each other. The first thing is Quito is colder and bigger than Loja, but Loja's transportation is better than Quito. Both cities are incredible, but Loja is more organized than Quito. In the case of food culture, Quito has more variety than Loja. Even you can do more interesting things in Quito, go to museums, visit historical places, go to the parks, etc. Anyway, the city I would most like to visit again is Loja. I want to know more about it.
Right, excellent, Christina. Very detailed, very organized. Just a suggestion. I would most like to visit, or I would like to visit the most.
I would like to visit the most.
Yes. But again, that's a minuscule mistake. Right there. Just that. All right, Christina. Fair is fair. Well done. Okay, let's check another one, all right? I think this one was uploaded by Luis. What? Oh, yeah. Weird that those are kept. Oh, I know. Maybe not. Oh, nice. Okay, Hernan, can you read your example?
Okay. Two cities I like are Tokyo and Guayaquil. Tokyo has a lower temperature than Guayaquil. Guayaquil is more unsafe than Tokyo. Tokyo is cleaner than Guayaquil, and Tokyo is considered one of the most popular cities in the world. However, Guayaquil is the city where I was born, and I love it.
Amazing. All right. So using comparatives here. Well done. Okay. So that takes us to a bit of a reminder. So yesterday, what was the topic we discussed? This is the one Christina, Hernan, Luis, and everybody who did the activities using. What was the grammar topic that we covered yesterday?
Comparatives and superlatives.
Excellent. So now that was also the topic of the quizzes you did a second ago. Let's try just one activity in our platform, okay? And then we move on to discussions. All right. So comparatives and superlatives. Okay. So for this activity, this is Grammar Bank 1B. Do you see it? Did you see the activity? Yes.
No, teacher.
Complete with the comparison. No. Yes.
Complete with one word. This one or not yet? All right, let me try up. Up. Do you see it now? No, yes, no, yes. Okay, sweet. Let's check how this works. All right, so we're all on the same page. Nayeli, can you please help us reading the activity? What is instruction?
Complete with one word. Example, going with motorboat is more exciting than traveling by train.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Nayeli. What do you think about number one? A coach isn't as comfortable a space a train. What word can we use to complete that sentence?
As.
Yes. And you write it. Okay. So you gotta do 10 like that. The exercise is open. Okay.
Profe, una consulta, es la ceja, ¿verdad?
Yeah. What's up?
The activity is the 6A.
E
Or
6A. 1B.
in the 3A, ¿verdad?
Aha. Unit 3A, activity 1B, grammar bank. Tell me when you
Okay.
find it, okay?
Okay. Teacher, you say 1B or 1D?
Yeah, what's up?
You say 1B or 1D?
1B. Complete with one word.
In unit 3A.
Yes. Did you see it?
I see it, the vocabulary bank 1A, not 1D.
Can you try refreshing the page? All right. What about now?
Oh, me pareció. Disculpe.
Yes. No, don't worry, don't worry. Sometimes that will happen. If like everybody, if other people tell you they can see it and you can't, it's normally because your system hasn't updated. So just refreshing it will get the job done. Okay.
Okay, teacher, disculpe.
Don't worry, buddy. But move. You have 4 minutes. All right. Okay. let's check. I'll ask you and you tell me what you know, wrote. Daniela, what did you get for number 2?
It's the most expensive car we ever bought.
Yes, we've ever bought, right, Daniela? All right, well done. Genesis, what did you get for number 3?
Traffic was worse than
Excellent. All right, Liz, what did you get for number 4?
Ever.
Right on,
Or
Liz. But can
ever.
you read the complete
This is
sentence?
long. This is the longest journey I have ever been on.
Yes, the
4.
longest. Very good, Liz. Nayeli, 5. Nayeli, yeah, number 5.
He gets home late, but his wife arrived later than him.
Excellent, Nayeli. Daniel, number 6.
The most interesting place
Very good, Daniel.
I've
Ariane
ever visited.
is Venice. Right, Daniel. Good job. Ariana, 7.
I leave home at the same time as my brother.
Very good, Ariana. Leonardo, can you help us with 8?
Yes, he drives more carefully than his girlfriend. He's never had an accident.
Good job. Alison Barroso, what about 9? Alison, yes.
Sí, teacher. In
No, number 9.
was the longest
No, but number 9.
okay.
Yeah.
We don't go around us.
Yes. Good job, Alison. And Gabriel, 10.
What's the longest motorway in the UK?
Very good. Okay, so that was this activity. Right now, we're gonna move into this one. Now, something to consider. For this activity, you have to apply what you know, okay? And apologies. And basically, you have to complete it, okay? You open the exercise, you see the words are there and you have to complete. Making comparatives or superlatives, right? And putting down if you need it. Okay, so look at number 1. I think skiing, space, horse riding. The word is easy. First, does that look like a superlative or like a comparative? In number 1. What do we think?
Superlative?
But remember, superlative separates from the group. Comparative is when you have 2 elements. I think skiing is horse riding.
Or is
Very
easier than.
Okay, comparative, right? So how do you say it then? Easy is a short adjective, so?
Easier.
Okay, is that complete or do you need something else?
Done.
Done.
There you go. Okay. So, and you got about 8 of them now. For this one, because it's better if you collaborate with someone, I'm gonna put you in pairs, okay? Of course, you do it in your own platform, but you can work with someone so you can give each other a hand. Did you open it? Grammar Bank 1A? Do you see it?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, sweet. So let's join the groups so you can work on that activity, all right? You have a little over 6 minutes. So join in. Hey, Genesis. Carlos, enter the groups, please. Hey, guys. So, did we take care of the group activity? Yeah? All right, sweet. Okay. I wanted to show you something. Now that we're talking about comparatives and all that. And okay, give me just a second. All right. So based on Unit 3A, Flipgrid was open for you. It's this one. So here you have some situations about driving, right? Slow drivers cause more accidents than fast drivers. People who drink and drive should lose their driving license for life. Speed cameras don't stop accidents, and drivers who are over 70 are as dangerous as young drivers. So you got 4 ideas, you're gonna choose one and then talk about it with comparatives and superlatives, right? So for example, if I were you, a topic that I find interesting is number 2. And if you ask me, I think that yes, people who drink and drive should lose their license for life. I think one of the most dangerous things you can do is driving if you're drunk, because you're driving faster, you're driving more dangerously, you're not as concentrated, right? And when accidents happen, you can cause harm and the death of innocent people, right? So I think losing your license is, of course, a severe consequence, but I think it's the best option if you want people to stop doing this. Okay, so basically something like this. All right, you choose one of them and you talk about it. Okay, that's for Unit 3. And there's also one for Unit 1 about food, right? And again, you choose one and you explain it, okay? And the same thing for Unit 2. But this one is more about family. Okay, now, of course, you can have them ready by next Sunday, okay? By our next Sunday class, they should all be ready, okay? And I'm also, now that I have you here, why not? Let me show you something else.
Mister, can you send the link to the flip? I don't have it. Okay.
Are you in Google Classroom?
Yes, there is a link.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let me do something here. Mhm. Okay, there's just one more thing I want to show you, but it's taking a second to load. Sorry, just a second. Okay, so anytime I upload a Flipgrid, right? I upload something in Google Classroom. Now, what is the whole idea? So basically, if you go into Google Classroom, the Flipgrid is graded with 3 categories. Content, that you have the ideas, you're explaining, right? Use of language and vocabulary. Of course, are you using the grammar? Is it understandable, right? Is it a, good vocabulary and fluency? I don't need you to sound like, you are rapping. No, just, a clear, articulate tone. All right. I don't care if you're going super fast. That's not important. But like a conversation, okay? And yeah. So based on that, you are graded. And yes. I just wanted to show you that. Okay. So there's the Flipgrids also. All right, boys and girls. Where were we? So
Teacher,
yeah.
question. Until when we can upload the videos?
Until next Sunday. Okay. So for example, if
Okay, mister, gracias.
I know. So until the 21st. If you wish, so you'll realize like we can give coaching. After some time today in the class, we're gonna do one of them together. Okay. And I'll give you pointers, suggestions, so you can, see what we're looking for. Okay. So we do one together today, and then obviously you will have just two to take care of. To give you a
Sorry,
little
it's
hint.
in the Flipgrid, it's just one sentence that I have to choose.
Yes, in all of them, there are like 3 or 4 topics, but you only have to choose one. Yeah? Because, it makes more sense, right? Okay. So before we continue, let's take a second and pause. So the question for you, sorry, I don't like this chair. I keep slipping. Okay, so a question for you. So what have we discussed today about, let me make it different. What have we done so far in today's class? Yeah, question is like, what do you remember about today's class? The activities, the content, what do you remember? I'll give you a second so you can respond in the chat and then, we continue. Remember, answer in the chat, okay? You have until 10:10 to answer. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you to read, your comments. Hernan and then Cristina.
Well, we started doing a quizzes about comparatives and superlative. Then we did activities and Burro on the same topic.
Okay, we practice in doing some activities about comparatives and superlatives.
Excellent, both. Thank you. All right, Genesis Nayeli.
Comparative and superlative exercise and lesson.
We have done quizzes and activities on the platform using the correct comparative or superlative.
Very good, very good. And all right, thank you, ladies. Alison Barroso and Ariana.
Alison or Ariana?
Oh, I said both. Maybe Ariana first and then Alison. Yes.
Okay. Today we did a quiz on comparative and superlative. Then we reinforced it with exercise on the platform on his topic.
Excellent, Ariana. Alison.
Okay. We have done a quiz activity on the platform, Ravis, the classroom.
Excellent, excellent. Gabriel, Luis, and Daniel.
Well, at the beginning of the class, we practice activity about comparatives and superlatives in the quizzes, and we have done activities on the platform and all of these to reinforce the topic learned.
Well, we start doing some quizzes and then some exercise about comparatives and superlatives.
Very good, Luis. Very good, Gabriel. Now, Daniel and Alison Altamirano.
We do a quizzes about comparative and superlative, as well as some activities on the platform.
We start by drawing a quiz on comparative and superlative. Then we work on the model activity on the same topic.
All right, Alison, well done. Daniela, Kathy, Lisbeth.
Activity of the unit on comparative and superlative and on the videos that I sent for homework.
We did tests and then some exercise on comparative and superlative.
We start the class with quiz about comparative and superlative sentence, and then we have two activities with the same topics in the model.
Very good, Kathy, very good. Lisbeth, Shirley, Carlos.
We start with a quiz that is about comparative and superlative.
What?
We have sent the end of comparative and superlative and sound activity.
Yeah, comparative. Yes. Right, Shirley. Carlos and Diego.
Yo ya hablé,
Oh my God, sorry, Carlos, I got you mixed. It was just Diego.
Mister, yo también había hablado y me pronunció 2 veces.
Sorry, I'm not good. Like, I have like over 15 people and I get lost with the names because I go back to mark participation in the document. Sorry, that's my bad. Diego.
We have talked about comparative superlatives, performance, and exercise in the platforms.
Nice. All right. Well done. Well done, everybody. So from apples to oranges, right? I want to show you something. The topic has been about vocabulary-wise, has been about traffic, right? Traffic, driving. Anybody remembers some of the vocabulary connected to driving? how do you call these lights that change colors and help you, know when you have to advance or when you have to stop?
Traffic lights.
Bingo. So we're gonna see something connected to that. Mostly, I'm gonna show you a video about dangerous driving. All right, so watch it, take notes, and then we're gonna comment on it, okay? So, but first, the topic of the video is damn it. Yes. That is the topic in the video. Driving in America is getting increasingly dangerous. So before you watch the video, can you think of why? Why is driving in America getting increasingly dangerous? All right. So take a second. Okay, so can you think of reasons for that? Why do you consider driving in America is getting more dangerous?
Latin American or American USA?
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. Okay, let's make it more generous. But in this case, it's because we're gonna watch a video on this topic. In Latin America, it's an entirely different thing. This is talking about driving in the States. Yeah, so can you think of why? Why is that the name of the video? What can be the reason, driving in America is getting more dangerous? All right, Lisbeth, good answer. Come on, guys. You don't have to research. I want your opinion. Why do you think driving is becoming more dangerous? All right, let's see some of your answers, okay? Liz, Nayeli, Cristina, Leonardo, can you read your answers?
Okay. I don't think it's dangerous to drive in Latin America. I always have the thought any accident can happen because nobody is perfect.
You're very optimistic, Leonardo.
Yeah.
Bless your heart. Imagine the ambulance, like what caused the accident? Everybody makes mistakes, officer. All right. No, but I get your point. I get your point. Don't worry. Liz, Nayeli, Cristina, can you read your answers?
Because there are more and more cars each time, also the insecurity is it's increment in the world.
Increasing. Mhm. Right,
Increasing.
Liz. I mean, the thing is, you put in your answer increasing. But you forgot to say it. Don't worry, Liz. Good job. Nayeli and Cristina.
Maybe because the roads are expensive, meaning drive might face long journeys, fatigue, prolonged time behind the wheel can increase the risk of accidents.
It's a good answer. Right, Nayeli? Cristina?
Because people want to get to work faster and don't take care about traffic signals.
Yeah, that's a good point. Driving over the limit. Mhm. Good job, Cristina. Carlos, Daniela.
Yes, because there are more and more cars, and the cars in the big roads go at high speeds.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good point. Yes. Thank you, Carlos. Daniela, Genesis.
The snow also affects a lot during this time since the streets froze and it becomes dangerous for drivers.
Very good, Daniela. Genesis.
Everything is becoming more and more dangerous, especially driving, since some people do not respect the driving rules.
That's a good point, Genesis. Yes. Alison Altamirano.
Because people are distracted by cell phones or adversity banner on the road.
That's a good point. Ariana, focus just on your answer. Can you tell us about the US?
The US and Latin America. The United States, it is common for teenagers to drive from the age of ay, ¿cómo era? 15.
15?
15, exactly. And now the issue is whether the same teenagers consume alcohol when driving. In the case of Latin American, it is the same with the difference that the minimum driving age is 18 years, but that is not an impediment for minors to drive or adults themselves to drive drunk.
Yeah. I mean, in no part of the Constitution it says that you can drive intoxicated, but people do it, and that's a shame. Okay. All right. So let's go to the video then. Based on your answers, right? Based on your answers, you have plenty of reasons. You mentioned driving too fast, driving under the influence. You mentioned stress, fatigue. So let's find out what is the official answer. All right. Now, it's a bit interesting because this video is from 2016. It's a bit old, but some of the problems haven't changed. So let's watch it. So according to this video, what are the two main reasons for people getting into accidents?
Alcohol and technology.
Yes, in that order. Very good. So we're gonna jump into this. So there is a list, right? Okay, sorry. I'm trying to show you something. Okay, guys, so in the next one, we're gonna work in ranking, right? You have mentioned plenty of valid reasons, right? Why, driving drunk, sorry, why accidents might happen when you are driving. So now we're gonna take it a step further. And okay, let me show you. So here you have a list of the most dangerous things you can do when you're driving. Patty, can you help us reading the list?
Just the list.
Yeah, just the list.
Eating or drinking, talking on a mobile, not hands-free, sitting and or adjusting at sadness, listening to your favorite music, listening to music you don't know, sending or receiving text messages, doing your hair or putting on makeup.
Very good, very good. And now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a ranking, okay? For this activity, you're gonna work in groups, okay? And what you're doing is this. So for example, let me ask, okay, wait, give me a moment. Carlos, for you, which of these 7 causes is the most dangerous?
When you sending and receive text messages.
Very good. So we put it at number 1, sending and receiving text messages. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them in order. Number 1 is the most dangerous. Number 7 is the least. Okay. This is called Jamboard. Have you used Jamboard before? Have you used this section before or no?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Some of you have. Very good. If you haven't, the way to write is on the left, you have the menu and you have a little box. Sticky notes. That's basically where you write. Okay? Obviously put the members and then, discuss so you can make your ranking. You need to agree with the answers, okay? All right. I'm gonna give you the link and then I'm gonna put you in groups, okay?
But I put all the answer of the member of my group.
I mean, that's the thing. You can all write, you can all work. But the idea is that, you work together. It needs to be a group decision. Okay? Okay. Um, okay. So let me put you in groups. Okay. Oh, wait. Don't go to the group chat. All right. Another thing is work only in your spaces. Group number 1 is Ariana, Diego, and Katy. So the first page is yours. Ariana, Diego, Katy. Group number 2 is Daniela, Shirley, Lisbeth. Daniela, Shirley, Lisbeth. That's group number 2. Group number 3, Carlos, Gabriel, and Leonardo. Carlos, Gabriel, and Leonardo. Group number 4, Daniel, Hernán, Luis Encalada. Daniel, Hernán, Luis Encalada. Group number 5, Alison Altamirano, Alison Barroso, Nayeli. Alison Altamirano, Alison Barroso, Nayeli. That's group 5. Group 6, Cristina and Genesis. Okay. Remember, stay in your pages because you can technically write in the entire document. And I don't want you going disturbing your partners. Okay, so now we're clear, you get 10 minutes, all right, to classify, make your list. And then I'm gonna ask, each member of the group to explain a little bit. So before we go, maybe Gabriel, can you help us? Gabriel, what is the activity? What are you gonna do right now?
We need to classify these things since the most dangerous until the less dangerous.
Excellent. All right, so let's go. Groups are open, all right? Join in so you can begin working. All right, guys, join the groups. Katy, Shirley, Daniela, yeah? Hello. All right. Hey, so I've been monitoring. I think most of you are ready, so we can check. All right. Oh, wait, let me give you a hand here. Okay, so this is the first group: Diego, Ariana, and Katy. Okay, Diego and Ariana. Diego, why did you guys put sending and receiving text messages as number 1? And Ariana, why did you put listening to your favorite music as number 7? Yes?
Me, the 1 and 7.
Yeah, maybe Diego, can you tell us why number 1? Why is that one number 1?
Okay. Number 1, sending a message. Number 2,
No, Diego. So sorry, let me clarify. Can you tell us why you put that reason as number 1? Yeah, like why do you think that is the most dangerous thing you can do? Sending or receiving text message?
Okay. pretending.
Yeah, but why do you think that is the most dangerous thing you can do?
Okay, so because it's concert and looking for front, and in another, just take off the what do you say, volante?
Oh yeah, the wheel.
Okay, and just put my hand the the under just text message.
Yeah, like you're not in control of the wheel anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I get you. That's dangerous, right, Diego? And Ariana, why is listening to your favorite music the least dangerous thing for you? Ariana,
The 6 or 7?
7. Why did you put that as number 7?
I think that if you don't know the sound, you get distracted. Trying to change it, whether on Spotify or on the radio.
Mhm. But if you know the song, if it's your favorite song, like,
Yes.
okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, group 1. Okay, guys, we're gonna check with the other groups after break, okay? So right now, take your 15, and then when we come back, we check the rest, okay? I see you in a jiffy. All right, so we did group number 1, so let's move to group number 2. This is Daniela, Lisbeth, and Shirley. Okay, so Daniela, do you consider why, or better yet, why do you think doing your hair or putting on makeup is a dangerous thing when you're driving? Daniela, yes?
Yes, sorry, my problem con internet.
Oh, okay. But you want me to repeat the question?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain why number 3 is dangerous? Why doing your hair, putting on makeup is a dangerous thing to do when you're driving?
Number 3, comb your hair or put on makeup.
But can you tell us why that's dangerous?
It is better to stop to do it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, maybe Shirley? Hey, Shirley. Looking at number 5, eating or drinking. Do you think eating or drinking is something dangerous when you're driving? What do you think?
Mr.
Yes.
Reed,
No. Tell me, number 5. Do you think eating and drinking when you are driving is not dangerous?
okay, eating or drinking, consuming food or drink while driving can distract the driver attention as it required the use of their hands and can divert their edges from the road.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shirley. Good job, group. Okay, next one. Daniel, Hernan, and Luis. Luis, do you think listening to music can be a dangerous thing?
Listening to music that you don't know.
Why? Can you tell us why?
Well, in my case, when I listen to my favorite music, sometimes I sing or I don't know. I like electronic music, so I remember Paris, and I'm very distracting person. So yeah, that's but when I listen to music that I don't know, it's just like only listening.
Okay,
So
okay.
that
Like you don't let it become a distraction.
yes,
All right, Luis. Good
it's in
point.
my case. It's in my case. So
No, I mean, it's pretty reasonable. Yeah. Right, Luis. Well done. Goes Daniel. Uh, Daniel, do you think that, why is talking on your mobile a dangerous thing? Daniel, yeah?
Is danger um, the most dangerous distraction? So science it to involve visual.
Mhm.
Significantly increasing the risk of accident.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, Daniel. Good job, group. Okay, we have here Allison. And okay, wait a minute.
Nayeli, Mister.
Nayeli. I was so used to seeing your name. Okay, Nayeli, that's an interesting one. Why do you think adjusting the navigation, or that's what we call GPS, why do you think adjusting the navigation can be dangerous?
Because you have to be more attentive to what you do.
That's a good point. So if you want to change your navigation, what should you do? Yes?
Maybe select options. No, no, I don't know.
Okay, like, no, maybe like stop the car and then do it and then continue, right? Or if you're driving with another person, they can do it for you. But yeah, I think it's the speed. Right, Nayeli? And Allison. Okay. Uh, Allison, Altamirano, and Barroso. Sending messages is number 3. It's not the most dangerous. Can you tell us why? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, because they occupy our hands and our concentration while driving.
That's a good point. But it's not the most dangerous, right? It's number 3. I think about it. Okay, Christina and Genesis. Okay, Christina, why did you put number 1 as the most dangerous? And Genesis, why number 7 is the least dangerous?
Okay, We put number one, sending or receiving text message, because you can't concentrate it, because you are more concentrating in seeing what are attackable the message and don't put your 5 senses to the traffic. So you can prepare for anything that happen, like a person cross the street or a car cross you, things like that.
Very good, Christina, very good. And Genesis, what do you think about number 7?
Yeah. Number 7, listening to your favorite music, and because they are not well concentrated, and another car can pass and crash, and the ability to wreck is less.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the last part?
And the ability to wreck, the reaction is
Oh,
less.
okay, to react. Yes, no, I mean, that's a good point. I think that it's interesting how, listening to music, if you know it or you don't know it, that's what makes it dangerous. I think that's very interesting. Some say it depends on the song, because some songs just make you like too hyper, like too pumped. And then that's when people do, crazy things. All right. Well done. So now that you did this, we're gonna move to a listening connected to this topic, okay? So let me open it for you. This is activity 6B. All right, let me assign the time and everything. 14, yeah, 4, 11, 40. All right, do you see it? Activity 6B? Okay. So what are we gonna do? Let me know. Did you open it? Are you in the activity? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is this. You have to listen and you have to put the activities in the correct number the expert tells you.
2.15.
Let's try.
And on tonight's programme, we talk to Tom Dixon, who is an expert on road safety. Tom, new technology like SatNav has meant new distractions for drivers, hasn't it?
That's right, Nikki, but it isn't just technology that's the problem. Car drivers do a lot of other things while they're driving, which are dangerous and which can cause accidents. Remember, driver distraction is the #1 cause of road accidents.
Now, I know you've been doing a lot of tests with simulators. According to your tests, what's the most dangerous thing to do when you're driving?
The tests we did in a simulator showed that the most dangerous thing to do while you're driving is to send or receive a text message. This is incredibly dangerous.
So what is #1?
Sending or receiving text message.
Sending or receive text message.
Nice. All right, I'll let it play for.
Dangerous, and it is, of course, illegal. In fact, research done by the police shows that this is more dangerous than drinking and driving.
Why is that?
Well, the reason is obvious. Many people use 2 hands to text, one to hold the phone and the other to type, which means that they don't have their hands on the wheel, and they are looking at the phone, not at the road. Even for people who can text with 1 hand, it is still extremely dangerous. In the tests we did in the simulator, 2 of the drivers crashed while texting.
And which is the next most dangerous?
The next most dangerous thing is to set or adjust your sat-nav. This is extremely hazardous too, because although you can do it with one hand, you still have to take your eyes off the road for a few seconds.
And number 3?
Number 3 was putting on makeup or doing your hair. In fact, this is something that people often do, especially women, of course, when they stop at traffic lights. But if they haven't finished when the lights change, they often carry on when they start driving again. It's that fatal combination of just having one hand on the steering wheel and looking in the mirror, not at the road.
And number 4?
In 4th place, there are 2 activities which are equally dangerous. One of them is making a phone call on a mobile. Our research showed that when people talk on the phone, they drive more slowly, which can be just as dangerous as driving fast. But their control of the car gets worse because they're concentrating on the phone call and not on what's happening on the road. But the other thing, which is just as dangerous as talking on your mobile, is eating and drinking. In fact, if you do this, you double your chance of having an accident, because eating and drinking always involves taking at least one hand off the steering wheel. And the worrying thing here is that people don't think of this as a dangerous activity at all, and it isn't even illegal.
And in 5th, well, actually 6th place, it must be listening to music. But which one?
Well, it's listening to music you know.
Oh, that's interesting.
We found in our tests that when drivers were listening to music they knew and liked, they drove either faster or slower, depending on whether the music was fast or slow.
So fast music made drivers drive faster.
Exactly. And a study in Canada also found that if the music was very loud, then drivers' reaction time was 20% slower. If you're listening to very loud music, you're twice as likely to go through a red light.
So the safest of all of the things in the list is to listen to music we don't know.
Exactly. If we don't know the music, then it doesn't distract us. In this part of the tests, all drivers drove safely.
All right, one more time.
2.15.
And on tonight's programme, we talk to Tom Dixon, who is an expert on road safety. Tom, new technology like sat-nav has meant new distractions for drivers, hasn't it?
That's right, Nikki, but it isn't just technology that's the problem. Car drivers do a lot of other things while they're driving, which are dangerous and which can cause accidents. Remember, driver distraction is the #1 cause of road accidents.
Now, I know you've been doing a lot of tests with simulators. According to your tests, what's the most dangerous thing to do when you're driving?
The tests we did in a simulator showed that the most dangerous thing to do while you're driving is to send or receive a text message. This is incredibly dangerous, and it is, of course, illegal. In fact, research done by the police shows that this is more dangerous than drinking and driving.
Why is that?
Well, the reason is obvious. Many people use 2 hands to text, one to hold the phone and the other to type, which means that they don't have their hands on the wheel, and they are looking at the phone, not at the road. Even for people who can text with one hand, it is still extremely dangerous. In the tests we did in the simulator, 2 of the drivers crashed while texting.
And which is the next most dangerous?
The next most dangerous thing is to set or adjust your sat-nav. This is extremely hazardous too, because although you can do it with one hand, you still have to take your eyes off the road for a few seconds.
And number 3?
Number 3 was putting on makeup or doing your hair. In fact, this is something that people often do, especially women, of course, when they stop at traffic lights. But if they haven't finished when the lights change, they often carry on when they start driving again. It's that fatal combination of just having one hand on the steering wheel and looking in the mirror, not at the road.
And number 4?
In fourth place, there are two activities which are equally dangerous. One of them is making a phone call on a mobile. Our research showed that when people talk on the phone, they drive more slowly, which can be just as dangerous as driving fast. But their control of the car gets worse because they're concentrating on the phone call and not on what's happening on the road. But the other thing, which is just as dangerous as talking on your mobile, is eating and drinking. In fact, if you do this, you double your chance of having an accident, because eating and drinking always involves taking at least one hand off the steering wheel. And the worrying thing here is that people don't think of this as a dangerous activity at all, and it isn't even illegal.
And in 5th, well, actually 6th place, it must be listening to music. But which one?
Well, it's listening to music you know.
Oh, that's interesting.
We found in our tests that when drivers were listening to music they knew and liked, they drove either faster or slower, depending on whether the music was fast or slow.
So fast music made drivers drive faster.
Exactly. And a study in Canada also found that if the music was very loud, then drivers' reaction time was 20% slower. If you're listening to very loud music, you're twice as likely to go through a red light.
So the safest of all of the things in the list is to listen to music we don't know.
Exactly. If we don't know the music, then it doesn't distract us. In this part of the tests, all drivers drove safely.
All right. Did you write down your answers?
Yes, teacher.
Nice. Mhm. Okay. We're gonna all right, sorry. So I was telling you about the Flipgrid, right? Okay. So for the Flipgrids, right? I like to show you a little something that can help you, you know, to develop complete answers. All right. Bear with me just for a second, please. And okay. So we have a bit of time. So we're gonna cover some speaking strategies, and then we are going to record the Flipgrid, basically. Okay, so check it out. When you're doing your Flipgrid, Flipgrids are interesting because they're not like a real conversation. You're not talking to another person, you're just presenting your ideas, right? When you present your ideas, the whole point is that you try to go as deep as you can. So that is the R strategy. You need to give your answer, you need to give reasons, and you need to give examples or details. If you do the three things, you get a complete answer. If you follow the three things, talking for a minute, it's not gonna be that difficult. I promise you. So, for example, if we say, do you think texting causes more accidents than, I don't know, listening to music? So that's the question, right? Let me make it bigger. Okay. So that's the question. And your answer should have three things: the answer, the reasons, and the example. If an example is not possible, give details. Okay. Now, why the answer? Because you need to respond to the question. If you don't answer the question with a yes or no, or whatever information they ask you, then you're not really responding. In this case, the question is this: do you think texting causes more accidents than listening to music? How do you start?
I think.
That's a good start. Yeah. I think what? I think that. What is your answer?
I
Tech-
think that thing cause more accidents than listening to music. And then comma because
Nice. Very good. So that's the answer, right? Now, here's when we start with the reasons, right? What can be the first reason? What do you think? If we say that, right? If we say that we think that texting causes more accidents than listening to music. Kathy, can you think of one reason for that?
Because you need the most concentration, or no, you need more concentration in your cell phone than in the radio, maybe.
Okay. So you need, maybe instead of concentrating, we can say pay attention. Yeah, to pay more attention to your phone than the radio. Okay, that's one reason. Can we think of another reason? And what do we think? I don't know, Genesis? Can you think of another reason? Good job, Kathy, by the way, Kathy and Christina, excellent. Genesis, can you think of another reason?
A ver, ya, about testing.
Yeah,
Okay. And not concentrate.
but
And
yeah,
the car pass and cash.
okay, can you repeat that?
Because not concentrated and the car pass and cash.
Okay.
The other car pass and
Okay, so maybe we can say distracted instead of not concentrated. Okay, means you don't see when, oh no, means you can get in a crash. All right. Okay, now we can say this is the second reason, right? Now, what about the examples or details? They come from the reasons. If I say that you need to pay more attention to your phone than your radio, right? What can be an example or a detail for that?
Maybe because you can occupy your hand for longer.
Can you say that again?
Maybe because you can occupy your hand for longer.
Like your hands are longer on the phone, like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So for example, when you use your phone for texting, your hands are occupied for longer time. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Very good, Nayeli. And what can be the other one? If I'm saying being distracted means you can get in a crash. Another example is what?
And you look at your cell phone, don't see the car in front of you and crash and die.
Yeah, at your cell phone, you can see the cars in front of you and you might crash. And that's basically a full answer. Let me put this in blue. Okay. So following this order basically means that you are giving a complete answer. So one more time, when you answer a question to make a complete response, what are the three things that you need? What is the first one? Remember, R. What is the first one? Yeah. Let's go maybe with Gabriel. Do you remember?
Given an answer.
Very good. And after I give the answer, what do I have to present? Okay, let's see. Maybe, I don't know, Alison Altamirano, yes? After I give the answer, what do I have to give? Maybe we can give you a hand. Hernan, can you give Alison a hand? So after the answer, what do I need to present?
The reason.
Very good. And finally?
Example.
Or details. And that's it. Okay, I'm gonna put this little document in the Google Classroom too. And now, like I told you, we're gonna do a Flipgrid, okay? But we're gonna record it here, and then we're gonna check it together. Speaking support. Okay. All right, so okay, which one? Okay, this is the one. All right, kids. So we're gonna do it in class. All right. You get 10 minutes to record your answer to this. Okay. And I'm thinking. Yeah. Choose one, and then this is called Unit 3 in the Flipgrid app. When you record, try to do from 45 to 1 minute. Okay. Do you see the Flipgrid file? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. And let's work then with around 10 minutes. Okay, you get 10 minutes to prepare your answer and record it. And then I'll let you know what we're doing next. All right, remember, follow the strategy to give a complete response. All right. So,
It's about the Unit 3.
yes, that's the
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Unit 1 and Unit 2, you can do it as homework, but this one we're doing together. Okay, so 10 minutes, all right? Any questions you have, I'm here for you. And okay. So, all right, guys, cameras back up. That was enough time to record the Flipgrid. Okay. So I'd like for us to just check with 2 examples, okay? All right. Bear with me for a second. Okay, just a second. All right. Now, Christina, I don't know if I can use your video for this. I'm taking 2 people, so I'm thinking you and Kathy's. All right, is that okay?
Okay.
So, sorry. That's such a shy, okay. All right, look, the idea will be to watch it, So kids, this is Christina's video, all right? And you're gonna run it like a checklist. I want you to tell me if you're able to find what is the answer, if you can find the reason, and if you can find what are the examples. Okay? All right, can you watch? Yes? All right, Christina, thank you so much. All right, and here we go.
Well, I think that people who drink and drive should lose their driving license for life because a large percent of accidents are caused by drunk people. And the worst thing is that people drive again while drunk. So these kind of people are not concentrated as a person in a normal state. For that reason, drunk people become dangerous for the rest of the people. For example, when you drive in the street, you have to be concentrating in everything because you don't know when a person crosses the street and maybe you don't see that a car comes for another street and you have to stop faster. So in that kind of situations, you need to be focused on driving, and drunk people can't focus and see the different possibilities that cause accidents. Even when you are drunk, you want to drive fast and think that it's funny and nothing's gonna happen. So for that reason, it's dangerous that some people have a driving license.
You asked me, that's a 10 out of 10. Okay, so I'm asking you guys, Leonardo, was the answer clear in Christina's video? Leonardo? Yes, Leonardo, yeah? Or would you like me to repeat the video, Leonardo? Huh? I don't know if your mic is off, buddy. I don't know if you're talking and I can hear you. But you just froze. All right, I'll come back to you in a second. Luis, maybe Luis. Did you watch Christina's video right now?
Yes.
So the answer is clear. Like, in your opinion, is the answer clear enough?
Yeah, I think it was good. I can understand what Christina says, so totally clear.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's very easy to understand. Good
Yeah.
enunciation, good pronunciation. Yeah, right on. And what about the reasons? Genesis, in what you heard, did you find Christina was giving reasons to support her arguments? Yeah, Genesis.
Yes.
Do you remember any of the reasons?
I don't remember exactly, but I understand.
Okay, that's a good point. Right. And finally, let's go with Hernan. Did you find examples in Christina's video?
Sorry, I didn't see the video because I was recording my video.
All right. I get that. Okay, so I'm thinking. All right, we're gonna add one more thing. If you notice, all the videos have this option, right? All the videos have a little box. So we're gonna start incorporating this. Make sure to leave comments in the videos. The idea should be that you leave at least one comment in any video, right? So for example, I choose Christina and I leave a comment, that's it, I'm done. But we're gonna start doing that with the other flipper. It's not this ones yet, okay? Just an idea for you to consider. Okay, and the last thing. The last thing for today's class is actually a writing, right? So we covered this, we talked about it. So the last part is a writing. And with that, we close our session. So let me show you. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So what you're gonna do, right? And I'm telling you so you can do it, all right? You have a writing. You have to be writing both in the platform, in the Moodle, and in the Google Classroom. Okay, same writing, you just copy paste it from one place to the other. Okay. All right. Now, what's the topic? The topic is writing an article about transportation in your town or city. If you go to Google Classroom, there is a little document. And this is a guide about how to make an article. Articles are actually very short. They don't have a lot to them. This is an example. This article is talking about home cinema or the big screen, right? Kathy, I don't know if I can ask for your help. Can you please read the article?
Home cinema or the big screen. Have you ever cried at the cinema, or have you watched a comedy and laughed until you cry? You know many people who love animated or romantic films, but for me, there is nothing better than an amazing drama or adventure movies like Indiana Jones, because I am a big fan of stories with fascinating plot. In my opinion, I feel at home isn't the same as going to the cinema to enjoy a great movie on a huge screen with popcorn and cola. If it wasn't so expensive, I would go every week. Everybody loves films. I think you can enjoy them anywhere, even if not at the cinema, it's still Netflix.
Excellent, Kathy. So if you notice, right, how many paragraphs are in this article? What do you guys think? Yeah. Okay, Leonardo, go time. In that article, how many paragraphs are there?
I think so too.
Very good. So you don't need to write a lot. Now, are the paragraphs long or are they short?
One is short and the last two paragraph is short.
Yeah, just like 3 lines each, right? And then after the 2 paragraphs, what do you have?
Sorry, teacher?
After the 2 paragraphs, what do you have? What do you have at the end?
The conclusions to close the email.
So, in title, introduction, the 2 paragraphs, conclusion. That's it. Now, what makes articles, good job, Leonardo, what makes articles interesting is that they're just opinions. right? Like I present my opinion, but I give you information. Articles. Now, what about the tone, Hernan? If you read this article, is this something you're gonna find in a newspaper or is something more like a magazine?
Sorry, but what is magazine?
Oh, magazine is, for example, Vistazo, La Revista.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't see, I think it's a magazine.
Yes.
Not,
Yeah, it's very, very friendly, right? Very casual. It also the tone, the choice of words. Okay. And here's the structure for you. A title, something interesting. The introduction, something short. The two body paragraphs and the conclusion. So you're going to make one about the transportation in your city. Okay. My suggestion for you is that you make your introduction and you make one paragraph with all the positive of the transportation in your city, and then one with all the negative. Okay, and then the conclusion. That can be a good way for you to organize all your information. Okay, and the topic is here. Write an article about the transportation in your city or in your town. Okay, nothing too big. I will say somewhere between the ballpark of 130 to 180 words is enough. And one more time, when you do it in the classroom, also put it in the platform. Okay, just copy paste it in both places. Okay. All right. Questions at this moment before you start? No?
Mr. Repeat, please. Tenía problemas con el internet. Sorry.
Okay, Liz, don't worry. So you're gonna make an article about the transportation in your town, in your city. You have the structure and you have an example. So yours doesn't have to be too big, between 130 to 180 words. All right, and that should be enough. But when you do it in the classroom, also copy paste it for the platform. Okay. It needs to be in both places. The same information, but in both places. Understood?
Yes, Mr. Thank you.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's work with 15 minutes. Okay. So by 12:55, we can start checking. All right. Any questions? Please, you're free to ask.
You're going to check the article until 12:55.
Yeah, try to have it finished by that time. Okay. And then we start checking some examples. All right. Just a bit longer. Kathy, if it's okay with you, we can check yours, right?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, okay, this is Kathy's page. Okay. So the first thing I will say, remember to separate them a little bit. That will help. All right, so first the title, Transportation in My City. It's okay, yeah. Okay, that's a good introduction. Robust public transportation system. Yes. Okay, I will just say if you can be a bit more specific, that will help. Because like the information is not bad, but it's a bit general. So maybe if you can make it more about your city, you know, like the types of transportation in your city, like the buses and whatnot. But overall, it's not bad. It's just that it's a bit too general. Because like that could be about any city. Okay, so that's the positives. What about the negatives? Yeah. Okay. The same thing. You're talking about some of the popular transportation issues, but if you connected more about your city, you know, there's also crime, dangerous driving, all this and that. Yeah. Overall, a good article, Kathy. Just make it a bit more specific. That would help, you know, for it to sound more like what you would want to say. Okay. Anybody else that has finished so we can check? I think Nayeli, right? All right, Nayeli. Okay. So this is Nayeli. Okay. That's a good introduction. All right. Okay, those are the positives. Okay, talking about crime and infrastructure. Not bad. Not bad, Nayeli. I would just say, Nayeli, remember the conclusion shouldn't be bigger than the body. The conclusion is shorter, just like 3 lines should be enough. Yeah.
Sorry, teacher.
No, don't worry. Don't need to apologize. Just, you know, so you remember that for the future. And I think Genesis is also done. Okay. Okay. Yes. That's a good introduction. Short and friendly. Okay, you're talking about cost. Okay. Efficiency. Not bad. Yes. Oh, I think you mean asaltos. That would be robberies. Yeah. That feels like a conclusion because you're just, you know, saying it one more time. And you're also giving recommendations. That's a very good one, Genesis. Well written. Okay. All right, guys. If you haven't finished the writing, it's still gonna be open for you to do it. Also, don't forget to do the Flipgrids. And I guess that's all for now. Hope you have a beautiful week. Stay safe and take care, okay? Any questions you have, remember, you can chat and I'll do my best to answer. Okay, everyone. Take care and stay safe.